Welcome to the NFT Podcast, Artur. It's a pleasure to have you, like a visionary like you, building the greatest virtual world so far, building the real metaverse, like Ready Player One, what we also in our films. So I need to say that this is really the project into the NFT world that excites me the most. This is really my favorite. So I want
Thank you.
to introduce you, Arthur, by sharing with you that the most of our public, let's say, it's between 15 and 25 years old. So you are talking to a younger generation. So if a 15 years old is listening to us now, and if your role, like everyone into the NFT space now, is onboarding new people into NFTs, how can we help them understand what is happening here? What is Somnium space?
Right. So first of all, thank you for having me. I'm Artur. I'm founder and CEO of Somnium, and yeah, I think the best way to understand what's happening is to kind of realize that the future of the internet, the next iteration of internet, will not be flat. It will be spatial, it will be visual, and it will be in VR. And the reason why VR is so important, and why I'm here right now, and generally why many more people on board every day, is that this is first time where this technology allows us to consume data or virtual data in the same way as we consume in real life. So for me, the light goes in my eyes, the brain analyzes it, and suddenly I see the building. I'm standing right in front of this huge building.
Wow.
For you on the screen, it's kind of like, okay, it looks big, but I feel the scale, right? If I look up, I can tell how far and how high it is. And that's the first time where technology is able to mimic the real world in a way how we humans are used to consume the world and to look at the world. And that's why it has such a deep impact on every person, and that is why we would be communicating in this matter, or majority of people in the world will be using VR every day within the next 10 to 15 years. It's inevitable. And of course, if we talk about NFTs in general, NFTs, I'm a use case junkie, meaning that I don't like NFTs which don't have use case. I believe
Right.
that every NFT has to be useful. There are
Yes.
some examples where it probably should not be, but generally speaking, majority of NFTs should be useful to their owners in one way or another. And of course, if I talk about NFTs, like this avatar is an NFT, uh, which is in my wallet, and I control it. Uh, but this is very useful avatar, right? I can be myself,
Yeah.
and this is one of the best NFTs I can ever imagine having, right? So this is the future. The future of everything is visual, is virtual, and yeah, we probably will dive into things deeper when we continue our talk. But that's kind of my
Those.
first explanation.
Okay, that's a perfect explanation. You also mentioned about NFT utility because I really think that what we understood over the last months, years, is that two things are very important for NFTs, and they are also connected: is NFT utility and community. So by creating an utility into NFTs, you are also creating a virtual community, and that's amazing because, as we are saying, that's the future of communication. So it's not just about VR anymore because I need to mind. I want to start from what is my favorite integration that you recently added into Somnium Space, that is Tesla Suite. So are you wearing a Tesla Suite right now? And can you explain us what is and how it happened? This incredible partnership.
I'm actually not wearing Tesla suit right now.
Okay.
So I'm wearing VR headset with the controllers and finger tracking. I'm not even wearing the full body tracking. Just I didn't have time to put them on, to be honest. But yeah, so we are partnered with Tesla suit. Tesla suit is an amazing, the most advanced haptic suit on the market right now. And basically, what it allows to do is it allows you to feel the presence and feel the surrounding, but not by vibrations, but by actual electrical impulses, which are mimicking the touch and everything how we humans are again used to. Because every touch, everything when you touch your body,
Yeah.
that's an impulse, electrical impulse going into your brain, saying someone is touching or something is touching your body. the same way Tesla suit works, and
So if
it
someone
allows you.
if someone touches you into some new space, you can actually feel it thanks to Tesla suit.
Correct.
Wow,
So yeah, so
wow,
there are several sensations we're working on with Tesla Suit right now. We're implementing the touch, the shooting game, the rain and the wind. So when the rain starts to fall, you will feel it on your body.
wow.
Um, the Also the music. When the music is playing, you'll be able to kind of feel the music. So those are first five, and then we're working constantly to improve. And honestly, this partnership, I know Tesla Suit team for a long time. I love their product. We are one of the most advanced metaverses out there in terms of presence feeling and how people feel inside VR. We are in a persistent universe, and they have the most advanced product. It just made so much sense to cooperate here and for us to be the first VR world to bring this technology slowly to the general public and for those pioneers who want to try it, and we do. So that's amazing, and we're very happy, and they're very happy to work with us.
Yeah, that's an amazing win-win situation, I think, for both. It's like a huge collaboration that can drive both purposes at the same time. And also because you are mentioning these kind of multi-sensorial spaces that you're creating, I also just read into your economic paper that you want to add smell, like something like this. How can you do something like it's adding smell into a VR
Uh,
game?
you could. There are several ways how you can do it, but generally the first iteration of those technologies will be where you have in front of your desk or where your computer is, you'll have like a
Uh-huh.
small thing where there will be different 5 to 6 different scents inserted, like capsules, and then by mixing those with electrical, it's like, yeah, so let me, the easiest example and what will catalyze this probably is the vapor, like the new electrical
Oh
cigarettes
yeah,
which are
yeah.
on the market. So that's how they do it. They use the electrical heating inside electrical impulse to heat the molecules and then to give you this sense and vapor and stuff. So similar to this, without the bad effect obviously on your health, will be sending and generating the scent, depending on where you are located in Somnium, right? So right now, if I'd be like near water, which is there, I'd feel probably like the sea of smell. If I'd be in the forest, I'd feel the forest. So like there will be like probably 5 6 different smells, which will be blowing in your face when you'll be in VR from your desk, and it will kind of like feel in the room, and the delay will be very small, so like maybe 2 3 4 seconds, and then you'll start feeling the smell. So definitely this is coming, and I've seen some products. And we'll be probably working with some companies on that in the near to mid future to deliver this to Somnium too.
Wow, so that's amazing. Like you want to bring the five senses, hold them
Yeah,
here,
of
and
course.
yes.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Absolutely. The
wow.
the trick is though, even without all of that, VR is such a strong experience, right? Where you
Yes.
where you you feel in the VR headset already so much immersed that some of those things your brain can actually deliver without. So a real example, when we were testing, we were introducing the weather changes in Somnium because there's weather and sometimes randomly there's like rain or thunder or
And
whatever.
is it connected to real-time weather?
No, no. So it's completely by itself. We don't know as creators. We don't know when the rain will start. It's a complete random algorithm which will running by
Okay.
itself and
Okay.
just brings the rain or something. So the real story is when I was testing the Thunder, the rain started to come, and then the thunderstorms comes to started to come out, and I felt in my room, this classical smell of the rain thunder, like after the rain. I felt it even though I was inside the room, and I took my headset off and said, oh my god, like, because my
Wow.
brain automatically connects this and reproduces this for me, even though I'm not anywhere near the thunder. I
Wow.
still felt it, and that's the power of VR. But if you also combine it with the Tesla suit and other technologies, then it will be just, you will forget that you're in VR instantly.
Wow. So that's opened me to a question that I wanted to make you later, but because we are talking about now, so not technical talking, but scientific talking. Did you have a sort of people, of team of people helping you understand and develop something that can interact and act better on the human brain really to emphasize this kind of experience. So this kind of accidental experience that happened to you, that you actually feel the smell of the rain, also if it wasn't raining, did you study it in order to create something like this? Do you want that Somnium space also can act on the human brain and enable this kind of
We did a bit. We did
experiences?
a bit. We did a bit in the past, and we are planning to do much more in the future. So we are going to. This is one of the pillars I'm personally interested in, and we will be investing money into this. Is to actually have a more scientific approach to everything you do inside the world. So for sure,
Amazing.
this will be happening. To which extent, we'll see, but we'll try to go as deep as possible.
Amazing, amazing. So, okay, let me share other updates that are very, very new that I'm sure that you are super excited about because this is changing the game. So, from VR, now you also went to AR, augmented reality. Why? How is it changing the game?
The AR functionality was enabled in Somnium Web, and Somnium Web is kind of our, I would say, side um, ability for people who own parcels. Like everything you see around me is built on parcels by users. An ability to actually experience it from any device, anytime, right? Mobile phones, smart TVs. You have a gallery, you want to showcase it to your friends. You bring up the tablet, say, "Look, this is my gallery. You know, it's rotating, it's beautiful." You go in it, you walk around it. But another aspect is, what if you want to place your gallery? And this is more for a preparation for AR glasses, which are, starting from 2022, there'll be big companies will be releasing the AR glasses in a bigger scale,
Yeah.
more consumer ready, and I mean real AR, where you have information projected in front of your eyes, something like Unreal or HoloLens, but in a smaller form factor. We know they're coming. So now suddenly you can actually spawn your parcel right in front of you in your room or in anywhere outside, and then maybe walk inside it, without having a VR, but you'll have an AR, or you can hold a tablet like this, and then you can zoom in and zoom out and hear people talking to each other in real
Wow.
time, like a God mode. So we just thought, look, we want to
Yes,
bring it
like God
today.
mode, like you are on top of anyone, like seeing what is
Exactly, you're a
happening there.
god of your own parcel, and we wanted to bring it today, and we wanted to start earlier, because the earlier we start to polish this technology, the better it will become once the AR glasses will come from Apple or Samsung or other companies. So that was the that was the idea, and that's why we
Wow.
did it.
Wow, what happened here? Like you just teleported, like so that you just
I
teleported.
teleported into the
And now you are
NFT
into
kayak.
the sea. Wow, you're on the kayak now. The open sea kayak, I can see.
Correct. This is a limited edition cooperation we did with Opensea. They're all sold out, and
My God, my God.
this is the real NFT, and you can, yeah, you can kayak.
Wow, wow. He's for
And I'm
for
doing those movements in real life, so it's not that I'm like cheating or something. I'm actually doing those movements, so I'm working
so
out right now.
so you mentioned like we mentioned already NFTs. Of course, everything that we see around us is an NFT. So this for our listeners here, they can understand that everything here is, let's say, on the market on OpenSea. And how can we buy these NFTs? I know that you created the cubes, so it's like the Somnium Space token. So I would like to have some more info about it. Like, what's the floor price for cubes? What's the supply? And just an indication for people that want to buy.
Yeah, I mean, you first of all, cubes are utility token. You should buy cubes only if you really need them to operate inside the world, or buy some assets. Like, it's nothing. We didn't create that to let people invest or speculate or something. It's a pure utility token. We never we never encourage anyone to actually purchase anything like this. If they really don't need it, like
Yes,
if,
sure.
if you really need it, if you want to buy an artwork with cubes, uh then fine. If you want to buy a parcel with cubes, also fine, but just buying them and holding them, I don't think
Okay.
that's something you need to do. There's better ways to utilize your capital
Yeah, so it's
than
it's
that.
like
But
it's like the token to actually build stuff into Somnium space.
Correct. It's like it is used to use inside the world for purchasing goods and services. We're releasing more functionality, so there will be more soon. There will be more useful. But generally, that's the token to use. That's utility token. But in terms of there's 100 million tokens cap of the supply. There is around about I think 14 or 12 or 14 million in circulation right now. I think. But more importantly, I think it's when you ask where to buy. I think if you go to Opensea and you go to Somnium Space store, you will see all the assets like avatars, cars, kayaks, land parcels, everything which is art, which is purchasable for cubes or for Ethereum, and then you can just simply choose what do you wanna, what do you wanna do with that, and what do you wanna buy. If you need a parcel, you're gonna build something, a great gallery, fine, you can do that, or you can build a disco club like that. Let me
let's
go inside
let's go
this.
into the disco club also
Yeah,
for
that's one of the biggest buildings in Somnium.
wow,
I own this parcel. This is the disco club.
wow,
I commissioned it to Jamie Dragonfire. He's an amazing builder.
wow.
So he built it for me, and
And you like you host events here like with people like
oh yeah, we
it's
have disco clubs. We're actually talking to some famous DJs to have parties here on this dance floor, and
wow.
yeah, there's like bar and VIP lounges, and there's like another 4 dance floors floating in the sky. So
Like the film, like Ready Player One. I remember the scene that they are
correct.
floating in the sky. So you want to reproduce it? Wow, amazing. So because there's one thing more that I read onto the website that I would like you to explain more. That is, what does mean live forever? Automatic recording mode of yourself on your home property for future AI analysis to bring your avatar to life. That's something.
Right. So if you think about, what is the fastest way to solve the problem of living forever, right? You can of course go and try to modify DNA and crack the code of human body, which is amazing and people should do it. But another way is to live forever digitally, and that means that we are launching. We'll see whether we'll bring it this year, the recording functionality, or beginning of next year. But will allow you to record yourself in Somnium, every movement, everything you say, and then we will apply AI on those data, and we'll recreate you as the second avatar, which will be you, but not you, but you. Everybody will be able to communicate with you, right? And it will talk
Wow.
with your voice, and it will do everything you are used to. Um, and the magic of it is the more data you record, the better it is, because AI gets better every year exponentially. So if you record data today, in 5 years you'll be able to be you without being inside Somnium. So if something happens to you, your kids can come in and actually communicate with you and talk to you. And the further time goes, the better discussions they will be able to have with you, right? Because we'll have data on you, and you will be able to do this. So this is a paid feature. We already have paid customers for that. People prepaid an ability to be recorded.
Yeah.
So people will be paying a yearly fee to be recorded, and then and that's how it works. You will be recreated here.
Wow, so you are kind of generating an AI generated avatar based on your movements, your activities into Somnium space, and you're
Correct.
also saying
Correct.
that this is part of sort of your business model that instead of so you live that let's say Somnium space is free for anyone, but in order to have this kind of perks, benefits, live forever into the metaverse, this is where you charge, let's say.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So you don't need to pay anything to be in Somnium. You can come here and enjoy this beautiful world, all the art networks, some parties and everything for free. You can upload your own avatar for free. We're a free world. But if you want to start building, for example, you buy the land parcel. If you want to have live forever mode, you pay us for this, because it costs us money to actually maintain all that. People ask, like, why would you charge for parcel? Why would you allow build everyone? It's not that easy. I mean, there's like already, if you look around the world, all that built by users, there's like already like 10 gigs of data just for the builds. I'm not even talking about anything else. So of course we have to maintain the server, we have to provide the service, and of course we have to make money as a company. Very
Okay.
simple.
Okay, awesome. So we are introduced the let's say the model, the business model, the economics behind, and I would like to cover with you uh, the second part, let's say, of this this podcast today, that is entrepreneurship. So your story in terms of how it happened and everything with Somnium Space. And specifically, I would like to ask you, what was the day, the realization moment that you had in which you actually passed from I have a good idea to now I have a marketable and scalable product? What happened in the middle? What was that day? What was the revelation?
I think it was not one day, but definitely it was. I've told it in several podcasts already, where when I tried the pre-market iteration of HTC Vive, one of the first VR headsets or the first VR headset with a full room scale tracking in 2017, and I had this chance to have the demo, like 15 minutes, and it blew my mind because suddenly, I mean, I've been a gamer, or I've been in social worlds, like first 2D and then 3D, whole my life, right? My dream was always to be inside those worlds, not to look at outside on the screen, because
Yes.
that's not even close to real thing. And yeah, when I tried VR, it blew my mind. I finally realized that what I was dreaming is possible now. Literally everything is possible now. And I immediately realized that, okay, within 5 years, 7 years, everybody will have VR headset on their table and they will be using it daily because it's so addictive. It's so great. It provides you so many possibilities. And yeah, and then I started to think about it, and I started to imagine things, and I was starting to imagine like what could be built and what kind of virtual worlds could be built, right? I mean, we've all read the science fictions and stuff, and I was like, wow, it's suddenly possible. I started to search who is building anything like that, and I didn't find anything, particular what I had in mind. So yeah, long story short, I decided to start the company and build it myself.
And what was actually the MVP, your minimum viable product, that let you go in front, let's say, of investors of someone, and how much did it took you to develop this MVP?
Oh
And
no, nobody. I didn't even want to, like, nobody would invest in something like crazy like this in the beginning. So the first part of the development I financed myself, our family money, family funds,
okay,
and then when we had the first product released on Steam, the first alpha version of it, we went to show it to people, showed it to some investors, so showed it to actually crowd. The main part, we actually crowdsourced majority of it, because we went a crowd invest campaign where people saw the product, then they invested in actual shares of the company,
where
and then and
where
then
where did you make the crowdfunding?
in UK it was a platform called Sitting VR, and then we made we raised money there,
Okay,
and then lots of people, because there was a UK specialty, so only people from UK and Europe could invest, but we got a lot of requests from people, like, so we were like, okay, buy shares of the company and you'll get free land parcels. All right, that was the deal.
yeah,
Buy shares, and if you buy enough shares, you get one free land parcel. Depending on how much shares you buy, you get bigger parcel.
okay,
And what we quickly realized, that people actually didn't want to have like shares; they were buying shares to get parcels. And also a lot of people from US were asking us like, how can I get in? I want parcels, but I cannot buy shares because it's not allowed regulatory wise, right? And we said, okay, what do we do? And then we just ran, after the crowd investment, we ran a crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo, where we were selling parcels and some items and stuff. That went also quite well. So we were able to, use that and finance the next steps of development, plus our own personal money. And that's how the first part developed.
all right, got it. So okay, we are covered one side, that is, let's say, fundraising, crowdfunding, and anything that can finance the project. And another very very important side is partnership. So as a CEO and a founder, how do you make partnership? Like, what's the let's just share with us the process. Like, I imagine the email that, like, you write to someone, hey, I'm building the metaverse, like, would you like to partner with me? Like,
No, 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 no,
no,
no.
of course not.
It's more about, I we only and I'm a kind of person where I hate gimmicks, like literally I hate gimmicks. I hate something for the sake of partnership. I just want to deliver. If there is a partnership, it has to be really useful and has to be real to our users. Excuse me. So,
Yeah,
you know sunset is my favorite part of the day, by the way. Here, I love it.
it's
Sunrises and
also
sunsets,
real life.
it's
I need to say that is the best
yeah,
part.
true. Also real life, yep. But here,
Wow.
there, it's special.
Yeah.
Seeing all those builds by people, and also the sun reflecting on the building. So if I zoom in right now, all is live, by the way. So there's no There's no textures or fake something. That building is literally reflecting light in real time right now as
Wow.
we look at it right now. So it's not like something in this and this. It's there. I can walk there and I can climb and I will see the same. So everybody sees the same experience from any point of map right now. That's the persistent. That's why it's important. That's why we kind of bring this immersion to the full extent. But coming back to your question, so partnership. Look, we have a lot of companies we talk to. Some reach to us. Sometimes we reach to other companies, and it's about, okay, what can we actually bring to our users? If we do a partnership, what actually will it bring? Is it just partnership to make an announcement and nothing else? If that's the case, we're not interested at all. And there's some companies are like this, and especially in the NFT market right now, there's so much pro hype people. They want to hype, then sell, and then do nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm totally against that. I posted a lot, and we have a lot of companies who reach to us and they say, yeah, let's do this, let's sign that, let's announce. And that's like, okay, but what are we actually building? Like, what are we actually bringing? Yeah, we'll figure it out. No, we'll not figure it out. We first have to figure it out. We first have to prepare it, and then we announce, and then we bring it to our users, right? So that's how that's how things should be done, and that's how we approach partnerships.
Okay, so useful first, like we were saying at the beginning.
Correct.
Like useful
Correct.
in terms of you useful for them, or they useful for you, and you are just building partnership, let's say, inside.
Not for them and for us, for users. That's the most important part.
Okay.
For users, all right? For users of our platform, that's because that's the number one goal for us, to allow people to build tools for people to create. That's the holy grail of what we're building. That's what people are creating. Just look around me. That's just amazing what people are creating.
It's amazing.
And that's what we're doing. Everything is super simple. Like, it's literally simple. Build it, make it useful for users. The moon is coming out.
Here it is. Oh, wow. We can see the moon.
Let me zoom in. You'll see how it moves. Where is it?
How
Here.
can you zoom in? Like, what are you using in order to move?
Yeah, I'll show it to you. So here's the piece of hardware in VR. I'm using virtual tablet, and then I can just go and I have
So actually in VR you have got a sort of tablet that you can.
Correct. I can actually switch here, and I can zoom in there.
Wow.
And I can.
That's
and
an
I can
incredible.
look. It's all.
Do all users have got it, or just you as?
No, everybody. I'm not using any special mode right now. Everybody use the same tool as I'm using.
Awesome. That was
It's available for
amazing idea, I
everyone.
think, for user experience. This was an amazing idea, like, because instead
For
of
sure.
having the usual controllers, like you've got a sort of your PC into virtual world that you can use for everything.
Yeah, exactly. Apple should be worried. We're beating them already in the iPad category.
It's a matter of time. Okay, so because you are talking about utility and useful products, I would like to ask you, how do you scale the product, and how do you measure growth of Somnium Space over time?
Yeah, so we have different ways how to measure the performance, let's say. Of course, the amount of users which are coming and interacting. For us, the most important aspect is how many people are building. What's the retention rate? I mean, 90% or more than 90% of people who buy land in Somnium, they build and they also stay here. They don't sell, they don't flip. We never encourage any flipping or so. This is not for flipping. This world is for you creating your own business or experience, and then you are able to monetize it in a different way and make money by actually creating those experiences. So, this is one aspect we are looking at closely. And then, of course, user data. By user data, I mean user amounts of how many users are coming into Somnium. But so far, this is not the most important part for us. So we have, I don't know, like 30,000 monthly active users, so visits of Somnium, including Somnium Web. So that's doing pretty okay. We're not at the moment where we would scale like exponentially, and that's fine. We're still building the tech, underlying tech, so we want to make sure that everything builds. So we are progressing organically. We've never done any advertisement. Everything we've achieved, and we did pretty a lot in terms of the volumes of trading and stuff, is achieved organically. And we're very proud about that, and we we plan to continue have it like this. Yeah.
I also think it's not the, let's say, right time to scale, because not as many people are already onboarded into the blockchain, into this kind of technologies, into this kind of concept. Just so over the last year, I think that we saw an explosion. But if you actually go on that product, see how many users are on Opensea or other places, you see that they are in order of the thousands instead of order of the millions that
Yeah,
actually are on
exactly. And
Instagram.
there are so many things happening on a market which are, let me call them, questionable.
Yeah.
Where it's easy to get excited about, oh, the volume traded here and there is amazing, but when you start digging and you actually see the substance of all of that, you
Yes.
start questioning, like, okay, what does it mean? Does it mean anything? Maybe a little bit, but generally speaking, you can dismiss or discount a lot of this stuff as kind of like a gimmick in the beginning, which is fine. I mean, that's how market forms. The only worry I have is that there's a lot of kind of scams attempts and
Yes, I
trying to
actually
FOMO
saw
people.
people buying the Euro NFTs from another wallet. That's something that like I saw recently. That's also stuff that happens, of course.
Yeah, so it's just it just sad to watch, but I can only say, do your research, really talk to people who run the project, talk to the community, and then make your own decisions.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, awesome. So, one last thing about the, let's say, the entrepreneurship side, what are the top 2 or 3 things that you've learned as a CEO over the last years? Like, what is important in terms of pressure, responsibilities, and everything that is related of the life of a CEO that is building the best metaverse that we've got so far?
Oh, thank you. Look, it's a roller coaster. You have to be ready to have the best day of your life and the next hour the worst day of your life. Like that's how, if you don't go through these cycles, you do something wrong. Like literally, that's the toughest part. You you cannot kind of prepare. You can do your best and like work hard. That's kind of my advice. Love what you do and work hard. If you do those 2 things, you'll succeed. Uh, Stay very open and very honest about what you do and how you do things. And it's tough. Like as I said, the tech part is complicated, right? We're building things. Some things work, some things don't. We sometimes miss deadlines. Sometimes we roll out something, it doesn't work as we expected. I mean, I have to give credit to our community. It's the best. We use our community with them, and they love it as well. Or not everybody, but majority. We test things together. If they give us feedback, we immediately try to roll the updates and stuff. But yeah, when you build a community and when you build a society like this, there always be someone who doesn't like your approach, but it's fine. It's just that's the part of decentralization. Everybody can buy a parcel here. They don't
Yeah.
need to ask me the permission to sell it or buy it or whatever. So they are buying it, and they are making it the way they want to make it, and we try to provide the best tools out there. So it's like this. Yeah, it's up and down and
Yeah.
up and down and then up and then completely down, and all of that is part of your journey. And it
Absolutely.
it actually applies to every startup. Like if that's not happening to you, again, you're doing something wrong, or you put yourself in a very comfortable position. Put yourself in uncomfortable position and put yourself out of the comfort zone, and that's where you'll find great success, and that's where you find the great innovation, when you are out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Like, it's the reason behind the podcast. Like, I was scared to actually show my face and make interviews. Now I can't wait to make live interviews. That was the other fear
Yeah,
that I had.
exactly,
So
exactly.
that's the next step. And okay, because you are mentioning community, I really need to say to people that are listening, guys, I'm into the Somnium Space Discord group, and I'm into a lot of other Discord group. And Artur every day is sending a message in the community, like an update every day. That's amazing from you, from a CEO with a lot of things to do, but you are always communicating, always excited every day. A new update. This is happening. Follow me at the TEDx while I'm speaking. So I think that it's very important to keep the
Yeah, look,
community.
it's I don't understand, like, when I look at CEOs around in general, like NFT, non-NFT, whatever, if CEOs are not hands-on and they kind of like distance
Yeah,
themselves from the community, and they're like, oh wait, I'm CEO, I'm not talking. Here's my business
yes.
development person. Here's my
Best
this
CEOs
and
are
that.
in the dirt. Yes.
Yeah, look, it's lame. Okay, all of you who are watching those CEOs, you know who you are. It's lame because if you are not hands-on with your community, if you don't know what the community is living through, if you don't know what what if you don't use your product like all the time? How do you know how to make it better?
Yeah.
Okay, you can of course go and raise some money. There's lots of money right now floating around, and you can raise lots of money and kind of like be proud of yourself because of that. But in the end of the day, if you want to bring and build a real product, you should be the user of your product, and you should be together with your community actually building it. Maybe there are other ways. I don't know the other ways. I know this way, and I think that's the best way out there.
That's definitely, absolutely. One last thing that yeah, we are mentioning, because all this big game of responsibilities requires also his own, let's say, regulations. What can you suggest us in terms of regulation? What is happening, and what kind of regulation do you need to fulfill in order to make some new space possible?
Oh, I mean, you have to. So we are LTD. We're a UK LTD company, right? We have to follow all the UK laws out there,
Okay, so
and that's what we
you're
do.
based in the UK.
So we are UK LTD. We have a branch office in Prague. So our people are all around the world.
Okay.
I'm physically in Prague, but we are LTD company. And oh wow, that's an amazing build.
Let's see. Oh, wow.
Wait, I haven't seen that. 1 second.
Let's go.
So oh, I've seen it on pictures. I've not seen it. Wow, that's cool.
Wow. It's
Okay,
amazing for
selfie
you.
time. 1 second. Just a second. Okay, let's do like this.
Oh, it's amazing
Let's do
for
like
you.
that.
Like, this
Let's
is
put.
the city that you created, and like people that are making new buildings, and you come in front of them. Oh,
Okay,
oh
cool.
wow, I love it. I love the picture.
Okay, so yeah, so as I said, we have to follow all the regulations and don't make shortcuts. Like generally, if something is too good to be true or too easy to be true, probably it is for a reason. So rather take your time and don't make shortcuts. And again, that's another. Oh wow, look at this. So this is cool. This is the build, but the cool
Wow.
part is I can go inside the 360 thing, and now I'm in a different
Oh my
different
So
world.
you can actually enter. I saw also another interview, like you can actually enter into the NFTs. Like NFTs here, they are not 2D, they are
Correct.
3D, and you can enter, interact with them. It's amazing. You can enter into the art.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. So now let's talk about the future. Like there are some things that I want to cover with you about the future. First of all, like very short-term future. Which is the next event the next big event that you want to have into
Well,
Somnium
today is
space?
Wednesday, weekly concert from Jamie Dragonfar in his
Oh
parcel and his
wow.
stage. Amazing live concert, singing live, dancing, request night. You ask the song, he sings the song, all in VR, all live. He's singing in VR, we're dancing in VR. One of the most amazing experiences you can have
Wow.
overall in VR, like weekly. And then we have Saturday Disco Night, I think. And then in between, there are several more events from art galleries in Somnium and some web ones. What is this? Okay, that's cool. uh, but yeah, that's kind of like we have events almost, and of course daily meetup. We have daily meetup at 10 p.m. CET, Central European Time, 10 p.m. every day. I'm there every day. I never miss, and nobody like our community is coming there. We have racing, we have lots of cool things happening,
So
and
it's
people
daily
just enjoy.
meetup, like in general with the community, or more with developers, you say,
No,
for the
it's
daily
daily
meetup?
meetup with community. Like me, myself are there, some of our devs are there, and we just have fun.
Okay, awesome, got it. Okay, and one other thing that I wanted to share to ask with you is because you were talking about into the economy paper about we want to create the future of the e-commerce of communication. So let's I want to cover if you are any kind interested in integrate social media into some new space, like a new level of interaction and communication, and if you ever thought about making something like this.
Uh, Probably not the existing ones
Yes,
because all
no,
of them
I agree with
are
you. Like there are other social media interesting that are rising, built on the blockchain that actually create a new level of creator economy for creators who can actually
yeah. Stay
monetize.
tuned. We'll probably be. I have a passion project which I was working for some time, and we'll do something. We'll try to disrupt Twitter and others on the blockchain. So stay tuned for that. But definitely, like
That's awesome.
I think we're creating the new world by ourselves. So we don't need the old social media, especially centralized when they control your data and they sell your data. Very ugly. We'll create our own way how we are going to integrate social media.
That's amazing. Can't wait for this. In the meantime, Arthur is flying around. He left me here while
Yeah,
he's.
cause why not?
Why not?
I mean, if you can do it, why not?
Wow,
Oh,
my
I
God.
don't see. Like, look, that's amazing part of the of the world. That was my dream. One day to be inside the world and see all the time new builds, which I had no idea who built them, why build them, and what is this. That's exactly what's happening right now in Somnium. Every day I see builds, I have no idea what it is, and just like exploring, walking around, and having a look. It's just an amazing experience.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Talking about places, but now for a second in physical life, like you said, you're in Prague in Europe, and is it good to be in Europe to actually build a product like this, or like you think that sooner or later you need to move to the US because maybe here you can have a better network of people working around what you're doing, or what's your plan about this?
Not at all. Prague is amazing. Prague is very strong in VR, and also Prague is really strong in business wise. And Prague is just an amazing city historically, so it gives a lot of inspiration when you just walk around. But it also is very good position for business, very well positioned in crypto, in VR. So
Yes,
overall, I don't feel a need to move anywhere,
yes.
and I don't think we'll have the company will have the need to move anywhere. Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
cool.
amazing. Like, because me too, I'm considering to move to London now because I lived in the UK over the last months, and I was thinking that, oh no, maybe I want to go in Silicon Valley, but no. Like, I think that in Europe we've got a great market also now because first of all, what we can build is virtual, so it's not
Ah,
it's
that's
not.
funny. The Gabe Newell, the big guy from Valve. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
The
Nice
the
to meet
temple, the temple, the Steam temple. But yeah, of course. I mean, look,
you.
it's
Yes,
not about where you are. It's about who
yes,
you are and how you work. You can
yes.
achieve great things in, I don't know. I don't want to insult any country, but like anything from India to Ukraine to Pakistan to anyway. If you have got what is needed to be the entrepreneur and you believe in what you do, there's no limit,
I totally
literally.
agree with you. Totally agree. It's not important this, especially now that we can all be remote. So, what's next into the team? Like, how would you like to grow the team? How do you like to find more developers, or what else? Like, what's the next steps into this?
Yeah, we do. We grow the team all the time, and I'm always searching for passionate and great people, and it's kind of great to grow the team and stuff, but I don't want to make an overkill out of that. I don't want to grow for growth. I want to grow with people who I really think will be here with us for long term, and that's why we grow. We have new developers coming in all the time, but it's not an overkill. Uh, we are pretty fast in development. Like we roll out updates all the time. We will become faster and better, but still, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And for what? So, what will be like some space in 5 years from now? What kind of next milestones do you want to reach that are keeping you up at night? Let's say.
I think we are what are two most important parts for this year. We're integrating is Somnium World. Um, it's like kind of those portals you've seen where you can
Yes.
enter and you can just go into other world and build by users and be like, this is the base reality world, and you can go into others, and those worlds are NFT worlds. So every world is an NFT. You can own the whole world. That's what
Wow.
people are developing right now, and we are pushing it live next week probably. We're a little bit delayed there. We had some technical issues, but also everything is almost solved right now. And then integration of cubes into Somnium natively, meaning that you'll be able to transact in VR. You can be able to buy, sell things directly in VR, not leaving VR, not confirming any transactions, blah, blah, but it will all be on the blockchain as well. So you'll have control over it. So yeah, things like this where
Awesome.
I think if you look at Somnium like in 1 year, you will not even recognize it in a good
So,
way.
yeah, it will be very, very different from now. It would be very, very
Oh, that's a
exciting.
huge building.
Let's see this one. Wow, it seems like Star Wars something.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, I think there's a great, there's an elevator. Look at this elevator.
Oh my God, it's floating. I love
That's
it.
cool.
That's
Wait,
so
let's wait for an elevator.
Yes, let's take the elevator. In the meantime, okay, like I want to like close by saying that what's your call to action now to people that are listening that would like to join? That maybe they don't like to join some space, but they don't even thought about this. So, what's your call to action in order to bring us people now into this virtual world?
I think look, I don't have any call for action. I don't like to homo or FOMO and hype things. If you feel a need, if you want to express yourself, if you want to feel the Ready Player One world, if you want to really live through and meet new people, if you want to really build something amazing and share it with the world and let people experience it all the time, yeah, then come in. We're a very welcoming community. Go to our Discord, download our client, go to Somnium Web, and just start exploring. You don't even need to buy anything first. You just like talk to community, talk to everyone, and then have this amazing experience. I think that's my message. Just don't do things just for doing things. Do things if you really need them, and then great things will happen.
That's awesome. Thank you, Artur. I would like to stay with you here for a minute, but we can say goodbye to our listeners, to our community that I'm sure they would be incredibly
All right,
excited
yeah, thank you
about
for having me. It was a pleasure, and hopefully to see you soon in VR on
Yes,
the
of
other
course.
side of the monitor, as I always say. That's where you belong. That's where humanity belongs. We'll all end up there. Trust me.
I can't wait.